All right, hi, this is James with the 1hoursmarthome.com, and today we are going to show you how to replace a doorbell transformer. So you might need to do this if you have a doorbell that is old and is not working, or if you want to install a smart doorbell, okay, like the Ring Pro, which we've got shown here, or a Nest Hello, or just a Ring Doorbell 2. So all those need 16 to 24 volts. The Ring Pro and the Nest Hello need 16 to 24 volts to work. And the Ring 2 is actually a little bit different. It only requires 10 volts to work. So I'm going to show you today how to upgrade or change your transformer, how to wire it, and how to make this all work. So what we've got here is a standard, we've got our box here, electrical box with high voltage coming in, and then we've just got all the wiring here shown, how your doorbell would be wired to your doorbell chime. So you've got from the transformer to the doorbell, from the doorbell to the doorbell chime, from the doorbell chime back to the transformer. So that's completing a circuit. Obviously, the first thing that you need to do is you need to turn off the power. Okay, so just go ahead and turn off the power. You want to make sure that you do that, and then you're going to remove the old wires from your doorbell right here. Okay, so just remove those, and now your wires are free and clear. You need to make sure that you have the power off on your actual doorbell transformer and whatever circuit that is. If you can't figure out what circuit that is, just turn the whole house off, just be safe. And then what you want to do is you want to check, just turn this, this is a multimeter, or if you have a non-contact voltage meter, and check to make sure that the power is off. So you could do that by just putting your fingers, or putting your the probes on here, and we're getting 0 voltage here, so we know that that power is off. The non-contact voltage meters are also a good way to check to make sure that the power is off. You just put those up here, you put them in this circuit right here, and you're going to be able to make sure that the power is off. So you always want to be safe. If you're uncertain, just turn off the power to the house. That's the easiest way. So to replace the transformer, all you're going to do is you are going to take this cover off right here. Okay, so this is the junction box cover. We're going to remove those screws, and there we go. We've got both of them removed. Okay, and take this off. Now, if you're not familiar with electrical wiring, this is, again, when I would put my non-contact voltage meter in here, and if you stick it down here, you can make sure that the power is off. I know the power is off, but for those of you that aren't familiar with electricity, you do not want to get zapped. So do everything in your power to make sure that you're safe. We'll put a link to the non-contact voltage meters or non-contact voltage sensors that we recommend that can help you detect if there's voltage, and also a multimeter that we recommend so you can figure it out too and make sure the power is off. So now you've got 3 wires in here. You've got black wire, this is your hot wire. You've got a green wire, that is your ground wire, and then you've got the white wire, which is your neutral wire. So these are the main circuits for providing electricity, and the green wire, the ground wire, is just for protection. It's for safety. Okay, so there shouldn't be current going through there in a normal situation. So what we're going to do first is we are going to remove all these wire nuts. And you may have more wires in there, but you should have the same color wires, green, white, and black. And in some locations, you're going to have a different colored wire like red. And really, the colored wire is going to be your hot wire, or the circuit wire, and white's always neutral, and green is always ground. Those are universal color codes for electrical wiring. All right, now I've taken all these wire nuts off. I'm gonna tilt down here so hopefully you can get a little bit better view, and let's see if we can get in there and really get a good shot. Move this doorbell and everything to the side. Okay, so now what you've got in here is pretty much all the hardwired transformers are like this. They have a little plastic nut, or sometimes a metal nut, inside here, okay? And you need to loosen that to take the old transformer off. And sometimes it's stuck on there. So what I do is I take a screwdriver and I just try and push on one side of it kind of to get it going, or sometimes you can use a pair of pliers. Let's see if I can't do that. Or what works sometimes for me is, see, like this, rotate the transformer, okay? And then that gives you a little bit of breathing room so you can remove that wire nut. All right, so we're gonna remove that wire, or not that wire nut, that nut holding the transformer on. You can see we rotated it off right there. Okay, and then now you can just pull. All right, you wanna make sure that you don't damage any of the wires or anything like that. You don't want the insulation to come off. So make sure that you get these off and then kind of pull it out gently. Gently, don't rip it out of there. And untangle the wires as you need, okay? All right, so there you go. You've got your old wires in there, and then now we're gonna put the new transformer in, okay? So here's the new transformer. We're gonna replace it with a new one, and what you're gonna do is just take all 3 wires, kind of get them together, put them in here, like so, route them up through, all right, and then set this inside your junction box. And now you're going to need to take that wire nut that comes with the transformer, and we'll put the recommended transformers that we recommend. So if you are putting a smart doorbell in, you want to use a transformer that's 16 to 24 volts. And the problem is there are a lot of 16 volt transformers out there that don't put out enough VA. So you need a transformer that's 16 volts, 30 VA for the most popular smart doorbells like Ring and Nest and all that stuff. And you want to make sure you get one that has enough power. So we've got ones in the link below that we recommend, we've tested, we've used, and hundreds of people have used that have enough power. So don't just go getting the cheapest one because it might not work. It might say 16 volts, but it may not put out enough power for the smart doorbell. So we've got ones that we know will work, that we have tested with all these smart doorbells, and really provide great responses and work great. So, you know, I've already got the wires stripped here, okay? So you've got the ground wire, the neutral wire, and you've got over here the hot wire. But I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna cut this off, and I'm gonna show you how to strip a wire if you haven't done that before and how to do it. So these are just some wire strippers. They're well used and dirty. That means that we do this a lot. And you just take this and you look for the gauge wire that you've got going in here, and then you're gonna rotate it. So you put around the wire and then you rotate like this. And that kind of like creates a crease on the wire. And then you pull forward off of there, okay? And you can see how that stripped it off nicely there. And usually it's like 3/8 of an inch or half an inch, or 3/8 of an inch, 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch that you want to take off. It depends on what you're wiring, but that's probably about 3/8 of an inch there. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take your wires. So we've got hot to hot, black to black, and you're going to wire each color wire to each color. And you just wire it in black, your hot to hot. And if there's other black wires in there, you just want to wire them up just like they were wired before. And it's always a good idea to take a picture when you're doing this so that you get it right and don't mess up any of your wiring. And we'll just do this one again and show you how to strip a wire. Okay, I'm actually going to cut off a little bit more because that soldered end made it a little bit harder to get the wire off, and that's not like realistic. So I think this is 16 gauge wire that we've got going on in here. There we go. We stripped off the end. Okay. White, I could have done a little bit more, but for the purpose of this video, it'll be just fine. So then you're going to do white to white, which is neutral to neutral. All right. So twist the wires together. A lot of you aren't going to have, this is stranded wire. Most of the time it's going to be solid wire, but solid wire, same thing. Strip it, wire it together just like this. So we've got neutral connected. We've got our hot connected, and the last thing that's really important is you want to make sure you connect your ground wire. Okay, so wire those two together. Okay, we're going to wire those in, put our wire nut on, twist it, And what a lot of people don't know is that wire nuts actually have different sizes. So you want to make sure you get the right size. On the side of the wire nut package, it will typically tell you how many wires of each gauge can fit inside the wire nut. So that's just important to know. So we're going to put those all back in there, kind of like lightly press them in. You don't want anything to come undone. You want to make sure the wires are safe in there. And then you're going to put on your junction box cover plate, okay? So let's put that on. Put the screw down here in. And we're going to put this one on over here. There we go. And now our transformer is wired back up. So all I need to do to get this working again is I'm going to put on my wires back on the transformer terminals, just like this. Okay. And it doesn't matter which one you get on the transformer where. Either one will work. It's not directional, it doesn't matter. So as long as you could just get both wires attached, it doesn't matter which wire you put on the terminal where, as long as they both go on the transformer and are securely attached. All right, so we're gonna attach those here. And for doorbell wiring, I recommend 18 gauge wiring. You know, that's what this is. It's available at any kind of like home improvement store, but Amazon actually has great deals on it. So I'll include a link to the doorbell wiring that I use a lot of times for smart doorbells or regular doorbells. So we've got everything connected here. I'm gonna just go press the, turn the power back on, and you can see that this is working. Okay, so we've got the power back on to everything, and you're wondering, well, how do I know that the power is back on? All right, because nothing has lit up yet. Well, it actually takes like a few seconds for everything to light up here. And I'll just show you this. There we go. So the doorbell just lit up. And I'm going to put the multimeter here so you can see this. But maybe we need to angle that a little bit better so you can... Let's see. We'll put it down there. Okay, so you can see what it's reading. So I've got it set, and this is how you would check to make sure the voltage is off. We'll just show you again that. But obviously it's on now, so it's reading 21.3 volts. So that is, you know, just another demonstration of how you check to make sure the voltage is on or off. Obviously we're reading 21, so that transformer is good, provides enough voltage, all that good stuff. And that doorbell transformer is replaced. And let's just test it out. I had to press the button a little harder there. I got all this wiring in my way. There you go. So that is the doorbell working. Okay. So we'll just press it one more time. I don't know if it'll work when it's still like calling the Ring doorbell. It's still on. I got to wait for that blue ring to go off. But that is basically how you replace a doorbell transformer, how you wire up a doorbell transformer, and then connect it to your smart home doorbell if you've got a smart home doorbell where you've got to replace it. So hopefully this was helpful. Like and subscribe to this channel and our videos. You can support us by clicking on any links below. If you got any questions, throw them in the comments. Hopefully I can get around to that. So now the light has stopped flashing. I can press this again and you can actually see. We'll adjust this a little bit. Whoop. There you go. You can actually see it, the doorbell move when the doorbell is pressed. There we go. There you go. So that's kind of cool. But that is how you wire everything up. And thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video.